trees have been just falling. There's no way that we're leaving the property today.
I think it froze, guys.
Oh dear, we're stuck.
In 2023, we sold our home and we decided to buy 40 acres of unorganized land in the Canadian wilderness. Why, you might ask? So we can be debt-free and have a more self-sustaining lifestyle and spend more time with our children. We are currently living in our 2 trailers off-grid while we prepare to build our home. Once again, winter is here, and with it a bunch of snow and cold temperatures, making life off-grid in a trailer challenging. So stick around if you're curious to find out if we're able to survive Canadian winters off-grid in an RV. This is Off-Grid with Gina&Thi.
We had a couple of days of freezing rain and the trees have been just falling because of the weight of, I guess, the rain, right? And it freezes and all these trees are falling.
Also strong winds.
Yeah, we had been having a lot of strong winds, so all these trees are falling. So
I have to go back to get my chainsaw for this.
yeah, pretty dangerous. There's a bunch of trees here, like they're kind of in an angle. Seem like they're gonna fall pretty soon too. Coming down, eh? Look at that. Do you see it? They're all like bending down because of the freezing rain. Look, this one's almost falling too. Now we don't even know how that road is looking.
Up to here, eh?
He did? The guy?
I don't know, it looks clean
Oh,
right
it
here.
does, yeah. There's no way that we're leaving the property today.
And there's like a layer of ice under the snow because we had frozen rain before.
Yeah.
So it's like, even with winter tires in this car, it's just not working out. We have a little hill here that it's kind of hard to get by.
Man, it's better not just to risk it, you know? We're okay. We're gonna go pick up the kids from Grandma's house, but it's okay. We can wait one more day. Even these trees right here, they're bending, eh? See those ones there? Oh dear, we're stuck. There's another tree that's fallen over there. The trees are just falling everywhere.
Who's taking a battery time?
You're taking a bath, baby.
Go, Blue Blue. Go battery time.
At least they like the snow. He's gonna go get mine.
A lot of you are new to the channel, so you might not know this, but we bought our trailer when we knew that we were gonna buy some raw land and try to build our own house. So when we bought our travel trailer, it was used, and the battery that came with it was used as well. The first time the temperatures went down and I tried charging the battery, I forgot about it, and it ended up damaging the battery. It was already old anyways. So at that time, Redodo reached out to us and sent us their 12-volt self-heating battery. And ever since then, I haven't had issues because the battery heats itself up if the temperature is too low, so there's no risk of damaging the battery, which is great. Although there is one issue. My trailer is pretty old, and the charger that comes with the electrical system there is not meant to charge lithium iron phosphate batteries. So I've been meaning to upgrade to a different charger so that I can get 100% of the capacity of the battery. And Redodo reached out to us and sent us their 40 amp charger. So now I can make sure I take advantage of 100% of the potential that my Redodo battery offers. So yeah, the unit's pretty compact, and it comes with an Anderson cable here, and the other one as well, so you can install this to the battery and switch it out if you have to. Comes with the AC cable, so it works with 120 or 240 volts, and all the screws and mounting stuff that I need. Alright, so this is my Redodo battery, and since I'm not going to be traveling anywhere for a long time, I'm going to be putting it beside the battery. In the future, when I do travel with this trailer again, I might put it in here and drill a hole to connect to the battery. But in the meantime, I'm just going to leave it beside the battery. This area is protected from the elements, so it should be fine. Alright, so I'm going to run this extension cord from this outside plug that's going to plug into my battery charger. Already asked nicely, I need to work over here. Can you please move? Can you please move, sir? I need to work here. Alright, so before I go ahead and plug in the new charger, I want to disable the DC converter. So I'm going to take out the wire going from the breaker so that the only power going in to the battery is going to be from the new charger. Guys, personal space. Personal space. Excuse me, Max. Okay. Thank you. You too. Thank you. I need to work. Alright, let's go. What does the next step do? I'm moving right along. You know what? Never mind. Seriously, Blue? Excuse me. Simple while complex. This device can detect an eagle anywhere within a 100-foot radius. Guys, how am I supposed to work like this? Well, how does it work? Simply push this button. Mercy. Okay, guys, come on. Back up. Back up. You're blocking my shot. Oh! No. I said back up, sir. Back up. Oh! Thank you. Alright, so I have to figure out which wire is coming from down here. Oh! Are you serious, sir? Oh! I can't get anything done here with this, guys, man. Oh! Oh. Okay, so it looks like this one is the DC. Should really turn off the power here, but I'll try to be careful. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you? Oh, you wanna go inside? Go. Alright, now that that's done, I just have to connect this Anderson cable to the battery. It's a pretty nice 50 amp Anderson connection. And then I will connect to the Anderson connector from the charger. Here's the indicator light. Once it turns green, means it's fully charged. That was a pretty easy installation. I think the hardest part was just getting the dogs off of me so I could do the work. Now I can rest assured that I'm going to be getting 100% out of my battery. So guys, make sure you check out Redodo. They have different batteries, accessories, everything for your boating, camping, off-road, whatever your needs are. So Redodo's Black Friday sale is on now with their lowest price of the year. You'll get automatic discounts on selected batteries and accessories, plus an extra 8% off when you use our code below. They also offer 30-day price protection and fast 2 to 5 day shipping. Some orders even come with free Redodo goodies. So links for Canada and the US are in the description. So this road over here cuts through my property. My entrance is right at the beginning of my property. So last winter I shoveled this road over here and kept it clear just so we could come on walks with the dogs. But I'm not sure if this year I'm gonna maintain it. It's a lot more work and fuel on the tractor. Guess we can come snowshoeing if we want. Maxie, yesterday was your turn. Today's Blue's turn. Come on, get it, Max. So yesterday I ran the generator a couple hours. Right now we did get something, I think was around 4 kilowatt hours today. So my battery is at 22%. Yeah, and right now I'm just producing like 80 watts in each one, so, and this is what I'm using, so it almost covers what I'm using now when I'm not powering anything big, just the kids are watching TV, so a couple of TVs and some other fridge, some other static loads. So yeah, my trailer is plugged into this unit over here, the Anchor Solix, and it's plugged in to the panel over here, which is connected to the inverter. So once I run out of energy over here, then I'll start using this one over there. So I use it as like a UPS. So once I lose power, this power is on. So you could have in your home as well uninterrupted power system. So this one stays charged as long as it's being plugged in, so it's just like bypasses the power. And once I run out of power on that one, then it starts powering from this battery over here.
Look who's here. Are you ready to come inside? You ready? Blue was outside today. The boys went off leash one by one because I am alone here and I'm babysitting the dogs. And they needed to go for a potty break, so each of them went one by one, and Blue was ready to come inside. I'm gonna let Max go a little bit more off leash just because Blue was out for a little more time. Let them play a little bit, take out some energy. Go, Maxie! I used to have a German Shepherd before, and he was such a protector, and these dogs are so different. It's just so funny to see the different type of temperament of each dog and their personality. But I have heard that dogs, their urine, like because they're peeing everywhere, it makes the animals not come to your land. And we haven't seen any bears, lynx, or moose on our land, and we have cameras around here, and it's just interesting to see. Because since we moved in, we don't see any wildlife on our land. Like, we'll see it if we go walking a little bit, or I think the only thing we've seen was a lynx, and I think we did see a bear once, but it was really fast. Like, this bear was scared of us. My son saw it. And we do have cameras around our property to prove it. So it's kind of interesting to see. Maybe it's their scent, like the dog scent, and we're always walking with them. They're always around the forest. Let me know down below, because I know that you guys are much more experienced and have much more knowledge. Look, there's Max. And what is the best dog to have off grid? I know it's not ours, but we have them now and they're family, so they're sticking with us until the end. Mommy's letting Maxie explore a little bit now because Maxie didn't explore too much. You're tired. You're exhausted. Did you drink water? Currently on our way to grab some groceries. We live about 30 minutes from the nearest town, so we could do like a grocery pickup. I know a lot of people ask us, like, how do you guys do groceries if you live so far away? And we do live remotely, but the grocery store is about like 30 minutes away, so we still have some conveniences, which is nice. She was shoveling the snow here, and there was a gentleman that was hunting, and his is it SUV? His SUV got stuck, so she had to help him. But yeah, these roads over here,
there's no salt on these roads because no one put salt here. So once we got frozen rain, it created a layer of ice at the bottom, so it's very easy to get stuck. So friends, I have not seen a clear sky for over 2 weeks here. Last winter I didn't use my solar because I didn't have the solar mounts ready and the wires got buried under ice. So this year is my first year actually seeing how much production I can get. And so far, I must say, we're like mid-November here, and it's pretty disappointing. Solar is very unreliable so far here. I hope things change, but the system you would need to be strictly off-grid and just on solar would be like probably like 4 times the size of my system, so that you would have enough backup to last you for a week. So yeah, I don't think it's sustainable. Anyways, last time I ran my water line on a slope here, and many of you were asking why don't I use the compressor. Well, I did use the compressor last year, and it still left water in the pipe because this pipe is a 1-inch pipe, so it's a pretty thick pipe, and my compressor is not that big, so it's not powerful enough to clear the whole pipe. So at the low spots I still got water stuck in there. I could do both the slope and the compressor, but I'm hoping that just the slope is good enough. So we're gonna put it to the test now. Pumped water already using this water line the way it is right now. So now I'm gonna hook it up and hopefully it will be clear. So let's check it out. This quick connect fittings, it's one of the best things I've ever done. Before I used to have to use the heat gun plus the Teflon tape to undo the threads. This makes life so much easier. All right, moment of truth. All right. That's not a good sign. Yep. I think it froze, guys. So yeah, guys, I think I made a mistake here. So the pipe comes on a slope and then after it goes in here, and then this little section, it was kind of going uphill. But I guess over time, it drains a little bit by little bit, and it kind of accumulated on this little spot over here, so that it froze right over there, that little section. So I think I had to leave it on a slope for a long time. So anyways, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna defrost this line now. Alright, so I disconnected it halfway down. So I'm gonna test with the compressor, see if the air is coming out of here. If it is clear, then it confirms my theory that it's just blocked down over there. Alright, 80 psi. Of course I have to open here as well. Alright, so that went right through. So this first half of pipe is clear. Alright, so I reconnected the pipe up over there. So now I'm gonna disconnect over here and see if maybe I can blow this piece of ice out with the compressor. Okay, so let's go up and turn on the compressor. All right, so take two. All right, so it built up pressure, meaning it's clogged. If there's any air coming out of here. Yeah, there's a little bit of air coming out. I have to be careful. This might, if it gets loose, might come out like a bullet. So let me see if I can crack this ice, maybe. See if it will get loose. All right, we're all clear, guys. So just as I predicted, that thing came out like a bullet. I wasn't really expecting it. Well, I should have, but I was distracted. So I had the compressor on 80 psi, and I was just heating the spot that I felt like had ice in it. And yeah, in less than a minute, that thing just shot out like an explosion here, and the ice flew off. Luckily, it didn't hit me, so yeah, but now I'm all good to go. And Yeah, now I have to be careful how I leave this pipe so that it doesn't happen again. All right, take two. Pressurizing. All right, it's flowing. Okay, so I finished pumping water, and this time I made sure to stretch out the hose and leave it on a slope all the way to the tip. So as you guys can see, it's like dripping slowly. So I think that's what happened last time. This little bit of water kind of was enough to just sit on the part here that it kind of did a belly, because I was trying to keep it in there so that the water and freezing rain wouldn't just like mess up this piece over here, making it hard to put it into the fitting. But I think I'm just going to cover it up with a piece of plastic so it can continue dripping out all the way. Well, friends, finally, looks like we might get some clear skies, somewhat clear, I mean. But hopefully later on, I'll be able to charge my batteries with the solar. So in the meantime, I'm gonna have to start the generator. Oh, that's a beautiful sound. The sound of melting ice. I came here prepared to scrape off the ice, but the sun is helping me out, so I don't have to do that. That's great. Yeah, we got frozen rain like 4 days ago, and I knew that if the sun came out, that it would be able to melt right off. But I thought it was gonna take a while, so I came here to give it a head start or a push. But it's going pretty well, even though it's not even 12 yet. It's melting quite nicely. Yeah, I'm still getting quite a bit of shade over here. These trees here are definitely, once it goes past this tree over here, then I get some nice production, but I want to cut a few trees over there at least, so hopefully I can get some sun around 10 a.m., which is when the sun is over here, right? So I'm happy that it's a sunny day, so gives us motivation to work outside, even though it's still cold. Today is around -5 Celsius, so it's not too bad. I was just gonna let it melt, but I started cleaning one, and next thing you know, I was done cleaning all of them. But it's pretty satisfying. There's a grouse over there.
Kids are sick here. I'm starting to get sick as well. And Michael was coughing so much. We put an onion on his feet and he stopped coughing. I'm gonna do it with Lily right now because she's still coughing. And we'll see if it helps her.
Dogs love making snow angels. Mister, you're getting all tangled up. Yeah, so yesterday was the first time that we had some sort of kind of clear sky. There was still clouds there, so we were able to get close to 14 kilowatt hours of energy from our solar panels today, and for the next couple of days it's just going to be cloudy. Yeah, but it was nice. We were able to get our batteries up to 70%, our 15 kilowatt hour batteries, so it should be okay for today and tomorrow, because now we're gonna charge something, maybe 4-5 kilowatt hours during the day, so it should get us by. So today's garbage day. Although we live in an unorganized township, we still have access to a landfill site that we can take our garbage to. And we don't have to pay, so that's great. I think it's good that they don't charge, because that way it discourages people from just throwing their trash anywhere because they don't feel like paying for it. So making it free, I think it's a good way to keep the environment clean, so that people are more encouraged to dispose their trash properly. So I'm just removing some snow from here before it turns into ice. Last year I got like a 3-inch layer of ice, and it gets pretty heavy here, so when the snow starts to melt and the temperature drops, it turns to ice. So now it's kind of warm, the snow's melting, so it's easy to just shove it off before it turns to ice. Now, ever since we moved here, I always got a lot of comments, people suggesting that I build a roof over my 2 trailers. And to be honest, that was my plan in the beginning, was to build a roof over this trailer. And I wanted like a 45-degree, so the snow would shed off. And I started calculating the height here to do just one slope. One of the sides would have to be almost like 15-20 feet high off the air. So I thought that's gonna be challenging to build. So I kind of put that off for a while. And now that I have this other trailer here, the size of the structure here to cover these 2 trailers, unless I didn't do a 45 pitch, unless I did like just a very minimal one, it would still be a huge structure. And like I said, I want to focus on building my house over there. So in order for me to build this, either I have to buy the materials, which are super expensive here in Ontario, Canada, or I have to mill using my lumber. Either way, that's gonna take time, and I also need to start prepping the lumber for my home build. So there aren't too many like good sized trees. They're mostly skinny ones around here, so like I want to make sure I use up the trees that I have for my home build. If I start using a lot of it for these structures here, then it's going to be harder for me to find lumber to build my house. We even have someone comment a while ago like, oh, you guys are getting too comfortable, that way you're never going to build your house. And we laughed at, but it's like, no, we don't like living in a small space, so we're never going to be that comfortable. I just feel like building this structure would take some time and resources, which I really don't think that's the path I want to go here. I know many of you disagree and think I should do it, but yeah, that's just the way I feel. I want to make sure I save the lumber that I can get and the time to put into making sure I'm able to start building my house. So that's what I feel. But thank you guys. I know you guys mean well and you want what's best. It's just different priorities, I guess, right? Alright, so I'm running pretty low on wood and I need to start getting some wood quickly. I already went through, I would say, a third of what I stored, and the rest is not quite dry yet. So, and before I get a lot more snow, or the only way to walk around here will be with snowshoes, which makes falling trees a lot more dangerous. So I'm gonna focus on trying to get some firewood. So on our previous video, I got a lot of people commenting about my water line situation over here. Why don't I just use the compressor to blow air into it? Last year I did do that, and in spite of that, because the water line wasn't on the proper slope, there was water that still got stuck in there and froze eventually, because this pipe is 1 inch wide and my compressor is not that powerful. And also another reason is we live in a tight space over there, so I don't keep the compressor there. I keep the compressor all the way over there, and to keep on bringing it back and forth every time I pump water, it takes longer. So I'm just testing this out to see if it works. That way I don't have to bring the compressor. Of course I will if I have to, but I'm hoping that this time it will be okay without any clogs. Let's see how it's looking. Well, today was kind of like +1, like positive above freezing, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine. Alright. Building up pressure. Alright, looks like it's flowing pretty well. Stuck at 20 psi. I left the faucet open up there. Let's go check it out. Alright, so it's all free. This totes, I built this platform here with 2x6s. So I try to keep it 500 liters each so it doesn't get too heavy. So that gives me 1,000 liters. So right now we use quite a bit of water, so every couple of days, 2 to 3 days, I need to pump some water here. That's why I'm trying not to have to bring the compressor here, just so I can make things easier. And I think it's gonna work out so far. I had that issue last time, but now I think I got it figured out. Oh yeah, that's good wood. I wonder if it's dry. I'm gonna test it out. My moisture meter soon. I'm starting to learn, but I still haven't developed the technique. I'm gonna guess 30%. All right, let's see. Ooh, I was wrong in a good way. It's 21%. I know if you guys can see it in the camera. Yeah, I can see 20%. That's pretty good. Ready to burn. Well, it's getting pretty dark here. I'm still working on my electrical stuff over there. I'm not quite finished yet. Hopefully next week I'll be able to wrap things up over there. But I want to install a light right up there so that I can work here outside, because it gets dark like at 4 o'clock here in the winter. So if I get some lighting over here, I'll be able to work on like split wood and other stuff, you know, so I can make the most out of the time even in the winter. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on splitting here, and tomorrow hopefully I can get some more trees so I can get more progress over here on my firewood. I used up 3 rows that were like say 8 foot wide, maybe 3 foot high. So I think that was pretty much a cord and a half maybe that I've used so far. I start burning probably late September into October during the evenings. I start using the wood already, so, and I'm probably gonna be using until April, May, yeah, probably May during the evenings. So I have a lot of months that I'm gonna need wood for, so I'm definitely gonna need to get on that. Yeah, and also this is softwood. I'm pretty sure if I was burning hardwood that I wouldn't need as much wood, but because I mostly have softwood here, I have spruce trees. Those ones over there are poplars. I haven't really used any poplar yet for wood. I'm not sure how that would burn. You guys can let me know in the comments below. But these are probably the best ones we have. These ones are birch. But as you can see, they're pretty skinny. This is like maybe 5 inches diameter. So we don't have a lot of premium firewood over here. But I don't want to buy wood from outside, so I'm gonna burn what I have. And since we're clearing anyways, there's gonna be a lot of wood that it's not gonna go to waste. So yeah, that's why we probably use more wood than most people. It's because we're using softwood and our trailers are not as well insulated as houses are. So that's probably why we're gonna be burning close to 20 cords, I think. What's snowing? Some big chunks over here. So friends, for the past week or two, we've been getting like just cloudy, overcast days. So our solar production has been very low. As you can see here on the graph, this past few days, we haven't even gone over 5 kilowatt hours of solar production.
Everyone is sick here, so I am making soup, vegetable soup. So using the crock pot here, and hopefully we start feeling a bit better, but we could not escape the sickness. It is flu season, so hopefully help with some of the sickness and just grabbing like all the veggies that I have on hand and putting it in the pressure cooker. There's about 350 watts coming in here. Now let's check over here. We're 53% as well. And 360 watts coming in there. So decided to use the EcoFlow for the pressure cooker. Since we have so many of these portable solar generators, they come in handy. Zara, she's in charge today of cleaning up this other trailer because we come in and out all the time. It's very easy for it to get dirty. So the children usually are doing some chores inside the house as well. And one of her chores today is just kind of like cleaning up this area with the wood and that kind of stuff. So making sure everything's tidy because we live in a small space and we have so many people in this small space. It's so important that we all come together and do like cleanups every single day. So the kids have 2 to 3 chores. Sometimes it's outdoor chores, sometimes it's chores inside the home. Nicholas, he's in charge of the floors here today, so in this side of the space. So he's going to be doing like just sweeping. We have this vacuum that actually mops at the same time, so he's going to be doing that and just making sure everything's nice and tidy. They already finished their independent work for homeschool because I homeschool the kids. So math and language arts, we already finished. Just with the oldest, the youngest, they're just way too sick to do any school. So it's a sick day for them. But Nicholas and Zara are feeling pretty good. So they did their math and language arts. And then later on in the afternoon, we're going to do history. So I'm usually quite busy here. A lot of people wonder, like, what are your kids doing? What is Gina doing? And just taking care of the inside here working, cleaning, homeschooling the kids, it just takes up all our day. Time flies here.
Well, the weather network wasn't predicting a clear sky for today, but that's a very welcome surprise. Anyways, my new snow rake that I purchased from Amazon to help me clean the solar panels came. So let's test it out. Sometimes you purchase things on Amazon and the pictures sometimes can be misleading, but this one is pretty heavy duty. Look at the thickness of that. I think this one reaches up to 25 feet or more. I have to double check. Anyways, I don't need all that. I just need around probably 15 feet. So, yeah, I don't think this would work with like frozen rain, but if it's just snow, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, so I'm just running my generator now so we can do breakfast and stuff. I'm running low on laundry too because I was waiting for a sunny day, and I think today we might get lucky. I don't see any clouds in the sky, so it's gonna be a good day. Clean up the solar panels. You guys don't want to see that, that's boring, so I'm gonna take care of that, and then I'm gonna see if I can go get some more firewood. So a lot of snow fell here. I'm gonna try to light this up. Not sure if it's gonna work, but I'll try. Too wet. I'm gonna try with a fresh tree that I just cut. See if it'll start. All right. If that doesn't work, I don't know what will. But yeah, a lot of snow fell on top of here. This thing is super wet. I don't even know if it's gonna burn this other side over here. I hope it does. I should have burned this right away. Well, anyways, thank you so much everyone for watching. I want to give a special thanks to all the channel members that are supporting us. We also want to thank Redodo for partnering with us. Their link will be down below. Thank you all for watching and for all the advice. We so appreciate it. See you all in the next one.